What is good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Late Night Lime. I am P, and that's Mr. 12 over there. What episode will this be?
57.
57. Episode 57. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us. And we might get into a little quarrel, little arguments, but don't worry. We're all cool. How we get our energy and our stress out. A lot's going on. So if there's something y'all want to talk about, hit us up. Let us know in the comments. A lot going on now, a lot going on. We're kind of in the middle of summer vacation. The kids are running wild. You know, what's the summer been like for you? Any excursions yet so far?
Um, well, the kids went to summer camp. They off to summer camp. Um, man, I've been having them clean up the other house.
Oh, you put them to work?
Hell yeah, I put them to work. Where they had to take up some laminate floors. I put them through some laminate floors.
Make sure you pay them too. You got to pay them like $1, $2. You got to pay them because once they understand all the work they had to do just to get that $2, shit, they're differently.
That's true. Their payment is food, so it's like they show up.
Trust me, they'll be like, "Nah, daddy, I rather the food, daddy."
Exactly, that's the whole thing. That's why they show up for the food. They know I'm gonna buy the food, so they show up. It's like, hey, we about to go to the other house. They'll get rid of you because they know it's.
Yo, daddy about to stop and pick up something to eat, so let's go.
Yeah, so that they kind of know that it's like once we out, all right, I probably get them what they want, probably Dave Hot Chicken or Chick-fil-A or whatever. So they gonna come because they know at the end of it, it's like after working hard, they gonna get some food.
Oh yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so that's it so far. How about your end?
Well, so far, I mean, it's been decent, man. I can't complain. The summer, we kind of had a hot summer for a little bit. It cooled off. Now we're getting spring weather in the summer. I mean, I don't even know what to believe anymore. But hey, I'm enjoying it though. I'm enjoying it. I'm still alive, breathing, living good, feeling good, getting ready to do some traveling. And you know me, I love traveling, man. I can't wait to use my passport again. Nice. It's almost like when I come in the house and I put it down, it just be like, yo,
gotta go.
Panama. Yo. Yo. Osmel. Yo. Believe.
I know they calling your name. I know that feeling.
Yeah. I got a cruise I'm out to do in January too. That should be decent.
Okay.
It'll probably be the longest cruise I ever did. 11 days.
Damn. I've never been on a cruise.
Oh, this is gonna be my third one, I may say. This probably might be third one. It's definitely cool. You could hit a lot of good ports and knock off some destinations while you're at it.
What was the destination again?
Oh, this one is Panama Canal.
Okay.
Jamaica, Costa Rica, Belize, Colombia.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The ports in Miami. Yeah, it's a bunch of ports to call. Definitely the longest one I've ever been on. I did a 7-day and I thought that was long. But it all depends on who you're traveling with because not everybody can be tolerated with on a boat.
Yeah.
For that long, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I haven't been on a cruise.
Hey, cruises are great great value. You get the good money for the value if you think about it. This is probably only the first time I'm going with Norwegian.
Okay.
I've never done, but it should be nice. It should be nice.
Okay. I know my kids went last year. They went on they went to all these islands. So my kids been on multiple boat cruises.
Yeah, the cruises are cool, man.
Yeah.
Like you ain't gotta worry. The one thing you ain't gotta worry about is food.
Okay.
On a cruise. 8 scheduled meals a day on a cruise, bro.
8.
And that's not even included what you may get in the dining room later if you got like a special. They got special packages if you're dining in, but it's fun, man. Definitely some way to why wouldn't you go to Jamaica?
Dylan said, "Hell no, Bomboclat, no."
Rasclat, Jamaica, stop.
Oh, I know,
Nah,
Bombo.
man, listen, I don't think there's a bad time to ever visit an island. And
Yeah,
coming in
rainy
that-
season, yo, rainy season.
bruh, it's never a bad. I even visit an island in a hurricane, bruh, because once it passed, we good. It's never a bad time. Plus, in rainy season, you bunk forget some good mango.
How
You know
you
what
getting
I'm
your
saying?
mango?
You won't forget some good mango. So it's been a crazy week, man. I mean,
Anything hot in the news?
yeah, I mean, it's day to day. I mean, the Nolan Wells case thing is going on. I shouldn't even say case. It's pre-investigation. It's kind of like the family's doing their own thing because
Yeah.
the police is dragging their feet. You know, it's almost a month and still no autopsy report.
I thought there was 2.
Yeah, but the second one couldn't be revealed of how he passed because they removed his throat and kept it. They removed his throat and they kept the inner body parts like the liver, the heart.
Yeah.
So
they normally
kept
take it out though.
Right, but they're supposed to put it back. They kept it all in Mississippi, so the second autopsy didn't reveal anything because the things that they needed to justify how he passed away were all missing. So they can't tell if he drowned, if he didn't drown, if he was whatever. There was those vital pieces were missing. But I know Crump had an interview today talking about it. You know, he also brought light on Daniel Irvin's situation. That's the kid in Texas that vanished in April.
That's the other kid, right?
Huh?
That's the other kid?
Yeah, there was 2 other kids, Tyler Smith and Daniel Irvin, which is also 2 rare cases that it's just suspicious. And we spoke about this the last time. One was a drowning incident.
Yeah.
He went fishing with 2 white guys or white male. And he didn't make it back. And basically the excuse was actually there wasn't even an excuse. It was kind of like, hey, they got caught with tampering, throwing out his clothes, deleting his text messages, and they were charged with tampering with evidence, not murder. But I guess right now we got 12 dealing with some stuff. So as far as the Nolan Wells case, you know, we got Judge Mathis here. We could go into the Judge Mathis interview for a little bit. Let me see. I can share my screen there. Ooh, what is that? What is that? Yeah, this is a Mathis interview he did with the Art of Dialogue, and it's kind of just touching up on the case a little bit.
So the woman that Nolan was talking to, her name was Katie, and her sister Gracie came out and said that Nolan, he actually intended to go back to the mainland with his group.
And didn't she say they hadn't spent a lot of time together while they were there? He didn't stay back specifically to spend a lot of time with her, or they didn't spend a lot of time together, Katie and Nolan. And so that kind of defeats the whole explanation that he insisted. We just kept, get on the boat. Get on the boat. Come on, Nolan. You got to get on the boat. You got to get on the boat. And he doesn't, and that, as it turns out, there's no sense of desperation for him to stay off the boat because he has nothing really cooking, if you will, at the moment to be so insistent at being left behind without a ride back.
Yeah, the stories are conflicting. You got Nolan friend that he wanted to stay at the island, but you got Katie's sister Gracie saying that Nolan, he intended to go back with his group. So
Yeah, a lot of moving parts, and I'm waiting to see about the grand jury and see what they say, because it's based on how the prosecutor presents that case to the grand jury. Grand jury hearings are one way. You don't have those who testified at the grand jury do not have the ability to have legal counsel. They are questioned by the prosecutor in front of the grand jury with the questions and the objectives that the prosecutor is trying to achieve. No defense attorney can say objection, or they can say, let me tell you an alternative scenario or narrative. That doesn't occur. So I don't like grand jury in and of itself. I think grand juries should be abolished. But in the case of, in this case, we have to trust that the prosecutor wants to be fair and not protecting, as has been the case in the history of Mississippi over the decades. Protect those who have been accused of racial hostility and racial killing. And so that's what we hope we're not seeing, a cover up. That's the best way to put it. And so we'll see what's presented in front of the grand jury and how they respond. And on that note, when we talk about this, everybody tells us to vote for this president, that president, this U.S. senator, that. As street guys, and I say as because I still identify right where I came from. I'm everything other than a criminal. I'm still the same other than a criminal. But my point is, we complain about voting. Yeah, the hell with a president, a U.S. Senate. You know who street guys need to be concerned with? Prosecutors and judges. That's why you vote. So you can you learn who's running for prosecutor.
Facts.
And you look at their record. You learn who's running for police chief or other law enforcement positions that based on elections, the judge.
See, these are things that we don't think about as people,
Nah.
And
I even forgot about that.
I always tell people that. I said that when you're running for president, that's just the main goal. But if you really want to change what's going on in your neighborhood, you need to vote in your town. You need to vote in your district. That's where change is made as far as your paycheck and stuff like that. But I wanted to touch in here on to hear a judge's perspective on the case and the matter of Nolan Wells. So let's this one ain't too long. Let's finish it out. We could come back on the back end and talk about it.
All right, cool.
And determine whether you're going to vote for that person or not. But you got to get out and vote or stop complaining. You see how they railroading us? They send us to jail on trumped up charges, don't get due process, plant stuff on us, shoot us, and lie about it like they just did the young man Reese in Madison, Wisconsin. We got to vote for prosecutors. In fact, what we did after the killing of Mike Brown in Ferguson, Missouri, we had an election that I was there, I say we because I was part of that movement, and we worked on electing a new prosecutor and a new mayor. Well, we didn't get the mayor, but we got 2 black council persons on, and we got a new prosecutor. And so that's the power of the vote. And that's what I encourage our brothers to do, because it's not going to stop. It doesn't appear that it's going to stop anytime before white supremacy ends. And I give that another 50 to 100 years, unfortunately, about 3 or 4 more generations.
Definitely. And I know that the autopsy, it didn't reveal if he was conscious or not when he got in the water. And I know Ben Crump and his team, they trying to figure that out. Was he conscious or not when he got in the water? So.
Yeah, and I wouldn't know scientifically whether they could, but we do know he had a discoloration, as they call it, bruises on the back of his neck, or red bruise. That we do know that, or red discoloration, which reflects fresh bruises. And if you've been in the water, preserved by water, your tissues, then certainly you'll still be able to see that. It'll still be red.
Yeah, and I know it's also being reported that the autopsy reports done by the state is not being released.
And that's what's scary about the grand jury, because if you don't want us to see it and you have a reason for that, okay, if your reason is you don't want to jump to conclusions too soon and ruin folks' lives and cause inflammatory in the community to be inflamed, etc. So let's be very careful and not let much out until we really know what the deal is. Okay, maybe so. On the other hand, let's not let too much out, because then they won't get a fair chance at a hearing. All kind of rational ways to protect the guilty.
Do you agree with that? You muted.
That was a good video. I learned some stuff I didn't know.
I got another one too that I wanted to pull up, and
Okay, go ahead, run it.
this one was today, and it's kind of, because listen, man, this case, everything that's going on with this it changes like almost automatically overnight. The things that's going on in the case, and not only that, how much it's I would say kind of run on the internet. It's almost like the internet is controlling the narrative and the way this is going. Because if you notice, Officer
Tatum,
I just call him Tatum Batum. He even him he's trying to backpedal now. But yeah, this is a new.
he did.
on
That's
certain
a shocker.
things, he's at least saying something happened. Like it's kind of obvious something happened where he didn't die naturally. He didn't drown. It's no way he
Okay.
could have.
What I was gonna say while you pull that up is, I was shocked that he said that.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Well, that's the thing. He can't be totally biased, because at the end of the day, even the cop on The Wire, even the cop in Boys in the Hood, they did some good, just enough. He can't give them all, but he did a interview with Nancy Grace. We don't got time to check everything out, but
Yeah.
that interview, he did a lot of back planning in there, because she's an amazing interviewer. She knows she knows.
I was watching Nancy Grace when she was on CNN. She was on CNN first.
Bro, she's been doing it for years.
Right. And after, I can't remember what made her switch, but something made her switch. But I used to watch her. I think she was on CNN. But yeah, she was doing it for years.
Is she totally doing just crime stories now, or does she?
No, she switched. Yeah, she switched over to crime stories, and that's what she mainly tackles. But before that, she was doing the news.
Yeah, I remember her.
She was doing the news, and I just remember one day I was switching channels. She was on the other channel.
Listen, her team, whoever they're really good, man. Because I see her backed him into a corner, and she damn near puts the shiv in his neck. What I mean? And she was like, every once in a while, she'll give him a little breather, and then she'll come back and hit him on the back end. He got hit with some questions. Yeah, make sure I go check out that Nancy Grace interview that she brought Tatum Batum on. If y'all seen it, let us know in the comments. And also let us know what you think about this Nolan Wells situation. Let's check out this video real quick.
All right.
Tonight, that state autopsy report now in the hands of investigators. The results have not been made public. The examination of Nolan Wells' body was conducted on July 7th, one day after he was found dead at the Barrier Island, where he spent the 4th of July holiday with friends. This as new video surfaces appearing to show Nolan at different points during the day. The Officer Tatum podcast posting surveillance video from the boat launch where Nolan and his friends departed on the morning of July 4th. The podcast also airing video, and NBC News analysis confirms is from Horn Island on July 4th. You see dozens of boats and people in the water. The show's host claiming Nolan is among them. Another clip aired on the podcast appears to show Nolan's friend's boat being towed. Nolan does not appear to be on it. One of Nolan's friends who traveled home on the boat said they left because the boat malfunctioned and that Nolan decided to stay behind. Meanwhile, Nolan's mother, as administrator of his estate, making several legal moves this week, sending subpoenas to several social media companies for information and content from his accounts. Today, Nolan's mother again asking her community to speak up.
We are begging, if anyone knows anything, his friends, strangers, please call the hotline.
Aaron Gilchrist, NBC News.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC.
Yeah, you could click it out.
Okay.
But yeah, so basically a lot happened today. Crump had another interview. Well, not another interview. He had a press conference, and Nolan parents were there, as well as the other two gentlemen I named before. What were they? Tyler Smith and Daniel Irvin. You know, and their parents were there. They spoke. But when it comes to the Nolan Wells stuff, his parents subpoenaed the companies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we could speak on this because right now, if y'all don't know, he's in the process of building something called, well, you see the cut up logo in there. And one thing we learned from building these things is that nothing goes away. So these kids got Snapchat and they got all these things and they delete it. But listen, these big servers, everything is saved there, it stays there. It's not going anywhere. So if you think you delete it and these snaps disappear after 24 hours, it disappears for you. It disappears for you, not for the people that owns the data. They got that forever, ever. You know what I mean? So we learned that, so the mother subpoenaed all these companies that her son had an app on the phone for. So whatever app he had on the phone that he normally used, they subpoenaed those specific companies to try to get the information because she believes that some of his stuff was deleted. There's nothing there for his day. The day he was on the island. The snap was blank. She said there was nothing saved. I'm not sure if it's in the snap or overall. They claim the island doesn't have any internet, but people normally just record videos to record it, and they probably post it later anyway, But those are things that happen. So the case is definitely expanding, man, because you can see the separation. There's a lot of hate mail going out, a lot of content creators getting sued.
Why?
A lot. Because that's just the where we are now. People are upset. People are very upset. And all this woman wants to know is what happened to her kid. All that they told her was he drowned. With no autopsy report, no nothing. So she ended up going to Crump. Was like, yo, I need help. And some people may not like him, but he's loud, and people are actually starting to pay attention. And I'm curious too, man, because after listening to Batum Tatum all week, because he's been going hard for these boys, he's starting to convince me a little bit that it could be somebody else. I'm telling you, he's going hard. He's going real hard.
I gotta go check it out. I haven't checked it out yet.
He even come out this week and he's spinning the narrative that that Nolan is basically he's doing the Tony Montana. When people saw him, he was, like, come on, why are you slandering the only person that can't talk that can't defend themselves, right? Because I've always thought one of the reasons they don't want the toxicology report to come out is because he's going to have some rugs in his system, right? Now, Officer Tatum, who is black, we know, but we both in the black community, how many black people use cocaine? And I'm going to just say the word, cocaina. How many black people use cocaine? And what are the chances of the one black guy hanging out with all the white people. He's the only one doing cocaine. Is that believable to you?
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that is not something that's known in our hood or whatever. Like, when it comes to stuff like that, it's not something that we do. Everybody might burn some trees, burn herb, but yeah, I mean, but that everybody don't do that. But we
Yeah, the
know who do
crackheads,
that.
They got the crackheads.
Yeah, that ain't cocaine, now, bro. That's something different. Gotta add that baking soda. Baking soda. Once you add that to it, man, it's a whole different terminology. So, like I said, man, Batum, he's been going hard for these boys. And one thing that bothers me, right? It makes how come the parents, like the mothers, haven't got together with his mother? You know what I'm saying? Like, like, and it shows me how divided they really are because these kids are trying to spin a narrative, right? That he was their best friend, those were their best friends, stuff like that. But when you think about it, how much of a best friend could they be if they didn't even know his mom? They ain't never been to his house. You know what I'm saying? I know kids today are different, but there's certain things where you be like, yo, how could you be my best friend? You ain't never been to my house. You ain't never slept over. We ain't never did some shit. Like word, you know. But like I said, man, this thing got so many angles. When Cut Up is done, man, I got a lot of videos I gotta make between the different channels. You know, make sure y'all hit me up on Peapod Cove Life, Peapod Cove Clips. You know, we doing it.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. This got you riled up, man. Yeah, you've been talking for the last
Because it's
This
one
shit
of
got
those
you
things,
riled up.
man, where you like, yo, from when this junk came out, yo, it's like, yo, I've seen this playbook before.
Wait,
You know
which
what I'm
one?
saying?
Which one you seen this playbook for?
Of many different cases throughout like me growing up, like where people go missing or a cop will shoot a guy in the back or something would happen. It was like, well, he was running or he was doing this or there's nobody ever takes accountability. You know, the same Mississippi. I've seen a lot of stuff that went on in Mississippi over the years. They are them when it comes to my kind of people. So when you see something and you hear it, you be like, yo, what about that makes sense? You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, where I forgot which one of the kid, one of the boys, he got shot in the head. Cops went over there to check it out. They said it was a self-inflicted wound. They was playing Russian roulette and he lost. And the cops left. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they basically took that story and left to the grandmother, and the mother was like, "Hey, did you do any not toxic gun residue tests on their arms or whatever to see if my son or my grandson actually did it?" And it was like, "No, we didn't have to do a test because everybody will have it on their hands." That's what they were told. You know what I mean? So within these three cases, when that case broke is what broke the Nolan Wells case. Two of them kind of broke almost similar. They put eyes on two of them at the same time. But when that happened, from what they're saying, the police actually went out and here was another thing. The gun casing at the scene didn't match the gun that they gave the police that they said they shot him with. And they ended up finding that gun on another person that was there at his house. But yet, still no charges are filed. Nothing.
I didn't follow that case. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, man, it's a few of these cases out right now where you just see it and you hear it and you'll be like, what? Like the kid that they said drowned. From what they say, he was a swimmer. He was on a swim team. He went fishing with his two white buddies. They came back, he didn't. They threw away his clothes. They deleted their messages from their phone, text messages saying they even spoke to him. They got charged.
Okay.
That was the case. Actually, that was the case that the Nolan Wells finally got him charged. You know what they charged him with?
What's that?
Tampering with evidence.
I was gonna say that, but I want to make sure.
But they all went fishing together. But hey, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
But we
Thanks
could
for that,
sway
yo,
with-
man. Yo, I learned a lot, man. You've been diving deep, man. You've been diving deep.
It's so much stuff going on my timeline now when it comes to Nolan Wells. Like I said, right now it's like I think $150,000 reward for information. Terrell Owens chipped in money. Tyler Perry chipped in money. I think remember we was talking about Bart the other day?
Mm-hmm.
Bart dad, I think, put up $50K for information and stuff like that. And yeah, man, it's listen, they punching, people are punching, everybody's mad. They're upset that a civil rights basically guy is on the case because that's kind of I think where the separation is. They look at him as civil rights. He's here because they think it's racist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he was murdered because of racism. But what I think happened is what made it racist was whoever gave him the information to cover it up. That was
I see your point of view.
and it came, that information came from the top. You know what I'm saying? These kids all hang out together because a lot of them really don't see color like that. They not like who they were, their parents and their grandparents. But what I'm speculating, and this is all alleged, you know what I'm saying, is the boat call, right? When the kids call the boat, we listened to it, right? They call a boat and basically said they were sinking. They were taking on water, they're sinking. So the lady speaks to them and she said, hey, I'm going to transfer you to the captain. She switched over to talk to the captain. The captain said, what's the boat? She tells him. The captain said, oh, I just spoke to their grandfather. He said they don't need a tow. If they need him, we'll call you back. But on the other line, the kids are saying they're sinking. So basically, the grandfather, if you do something wrong like that, right? Just say something bad happened. Wouldn't you call your parents or whoever be like, yo, what should I do? I'm panicking. Hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get Bart because it was Bart's boat that towed him. You know what I'm saying? He towed him and back to the docks. Now, at some point, they had to fix the boat because the boat traveled twice after that. So I'm assuming they was able to fix the pump. Who knows? Maybe they was messed up. And a lot of people are speculating that the call itself was a cover-up. Like you needed to make a blueprint or make a documentation of
where they at,
why they had to, you know what I mean? I'm not,
yeah.
But yo, there's a lot of things out there, a lot of content. But it's fishy, man. It's definitely fishy. I know. Where's Oprah?
That's Jay-Z or Magic Johnson.
Oprah is making movies, making money. She don't care about stuff like that.
She do.
We got, and you gotta think about it too. It's like there's so many of these things going on right now. You got to pick and choose your battles because when you go in deep, and you got to pick your battles. She could send a PR team out to deal with that, but that's stress within itself.
Yeah, I wouldn't put my case or my name on a certain case if I don't know the facts.
Nah, because like there's people that are always gonna help in certain places, you know. But I think because of the internet, this case was able to get the following it got because it's a month now. That video we just saw say that they turned it over to investigators. I don't know when they're gonna release it, but I have a feeling this ain't gonna come out for a while. They're gonna hold this as long as they can because they don't. That's just how it is in Mississippi, man. They're gonna do anything. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, all them people and not one footage, bro.
Well, that's why the mom, put a subpoena on all the people that was in the vicinity, all the people, so they can't delete anything. So they're gonna. But like I said, we know these big servers have everything. So if the company decides to give it up, they're gonna get it. you know. So
It's
we'll-
true. It's a give and take on that one. It's a give and take.
as far as
Yeah,
what?
they could subpoena it. It's not like open AI and you're in a court divorce case.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they actually get it, because sometimes there is cases where the courts have subpoenaed stuff and they actually turn it over.
Right. But
I'm sure every company got different rules, but even if you hit 2 out of 5, or you hit, you know what I mean, you still gonna get information.
I would
you
be
didn't have
honest.
yesterday, huh?
I'll be honest. They ain't gonna get none. That goes against their policy. If you're promoting security, I don't think they're gonna get far. I could see if she's trying to get the information off her son's phone. Once you start subpoenaing other people's phone, nah.
Well, at least I know at least she should get back her son's stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the thing: if she gets that back, it will show if he was on the boat. Heading
Right.
back.
So
You know what I mean?
what makes sense is subpoenaing her son's stuff because she has custody over that, or she has the right.
She
Once you
subpoenaed
start
anything. She did
Yeah.
a blanket subpoena. She was like,
it
if you
can't-
were
it can't.
in 50 feet of my son at any point on the island, hand me your phone.
Yeah, you can't. I don't think that's gonna work. That
Hey,
ain't gonna
they
work.
did it. They did it. I
Mm-mm.
mean, if
It
even
ain't
if she
gonna
get
work.
her son's stuff back, that's a win because it's gonna show he gonna basically solve his own case.
It's going. They're not gonna do that.
No, I'm talking about if she gets back his information.
Right. That's yes for his, but
Yeah.
other people, nah, that's a bad look for all the tech companies. Bad
Because
look.
they could tell if things were removed or not. So
Yeah, but they ain't gonna do it. Yo, you remember when they had the one of those, I think it was shootings or something like that, and the guy left his phone and they went to like big tech to open it. They never opened that shit. They never opened the phone. You know what I'm saying? But after that, I know they added stuff like now technology is good. They don't need permission. They could go in and get your stuff without it.
hell yeah.
You don't see the news going to big media no more. They don't. They I don't know if they passed the law, but after that, I remember after that shooting, I never seen it in the news. Like now, if somebody takes somebody's life, they got all their records. They have everything. I think they changed the law where once you think, all your records hand over to the government.
That's
Any
crazy.
active terrorism or active shooting, they don't care about that. So they open up all that stuff. That guy that went, you remember ESPN that traveled from Vegas? Oh, yo, I was showing my kids when that happened.
What, the one went from Vegas to Florida?
No, to New York City.
I don't remember that.
Dude was walking up Manhattan or wherever with a gun. He went in the building.
Okay. I remember.
Right.
He made it.
Yeah, he did.
The one he made.
No, not him. Not the healthcare guy. The black dude. He left from Vegas, came here. Yo, within the time frame that the news reported and to the time he got there, yo, they had all his information. They tell everywhere he stopped. Yo, and I was like, that was in 24 hours. I was like, yo, how did they get all his information that fast? They could tell what gas station. I was like, yo, technology changed. Before
they was following him.
Nah. Once they put your name on that list, they getting all your information. They get all your information. They ain't asking no more big tech for information. I don't know. I can't confirm nor deny. I don't know. But
And that's what I'm saying. I believe they're gonna get it if they really want it.
her son stuff, not other people. Her son stuff. Because you gotta remember, social media always promotes privacy.
Yeah, I understand that.
If you
But-
start scaring people
but
where you
that
can
don't
get
mean
in my
you can't
phone,
ask. Even if you don't get it, that don't mean you can't ask.
Right, true. But it's bad for social media. Once we start showing that we start giving out your personal information, what else are you giving up without my authority?
Exactly. I mean, I understand that for sure.
So it's like, if that's all it takes, somebody to die and giving up my late night freak section that's on my phone, hell no.
Yeah, there's been a couple situations. I remember cases where I was actually going to look that up and see if have they ever given up information tech wise in a case.
Once you get in the phone, you can view it, but nah. Unless they change the law. I haven't seen it, but I remember that was a big case where the courts had a standoff with the government and they didn't do it. They did not do it.
Well, hopefully we get there to the point where people hitting us up. Hey, where the government's like, hey, we need to scan these 2 names. Word?
But we don't do live content, so
Not yet.
let's run into some clips.
All right, let's bust it.
Let's do a few.
Yeah, we could jog through it.
All right, cool.
Make sure y'all leave your comments down there. Big up to Your Wealth Wisdom, Dylan 2026. He got the Jamaican sign on there, but he'll never go to Jamaica on a cruise. Yeah, X that out.
Yeah, hit remove on that one. Remove.
There you go. I got to move my camera.
There you go. See how it's coming over here? I don't know. They changed the feature. Well, whatever. You see it's here? On the next slide, it'll be at the bottom. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. But
It's
yeah.
here.
You see it's out on the side? Well, the camera's on the left side of the screen. I don't know if you see it on the left side.
A little bit.
On the one, once I click back, sometimes it's at the bottom. So I'm trying to figure out. But all right, let's roll. Let's roll this clip. Here we go. What's your thoughts on that?
I'm good with it, man.
Hell yeah, I feel the same way.
I'm good with it.
I think we have a generation of people that are unpatriotic. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are unpatriotic. It's like, yo, I can't understand. Why would you not stand for the national anthem? Unless you have a disability or something wrong with your legs, you can't get up. Yeah, I see dudes in wheelchair that serve for this country. Man, them dudes or whoever, man, I see old people get up.
Yo, the only time you don't have to get up for the national anthem if you're watching it on TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a total disrespect right there. And the fact to do it at a game, you know, a baseball game where it's a major part of the game, you know, where you sing the national anthem, and yeah, he got what he deserved.
Yeah. I know a lot of people might push back, but yo, man, America got to get back to the level of being patriotic. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of these young kids are not patriotic. It's like I see these kids representing all different countries. Yeah, I understand if your family is like West Indian, and you know, but yeah, a lot of people are very unpatriotic.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's roll into the next clip. Hold on a second while we pull that up. There we go. See it switch. There we go.
Go ahead.
Amazing. Last Friday, at a gun range in Texas, a woman came in to purchase a handgun, and they have a gun range at their shop. And she tried out some handguns, and they also had an MP5 9mm machine gun at the store. Shoots 900 rounds a minute. She's like, I want to try that one too. And the store was busy. The guy set her up, fully loaded machine gun. She walked out to the range and walked out the back door and got into her truck and left. She had filled out liability paperwork beforehand so that she could try out the handguns on the gun range. Turns out all of that information was fake. So now there's a fully loaded machine gun loose in Texas.
What's your thoughts on that one?
My bad. My bad. Like, God damn. Somebody got fired, right?
Nah.
No.
That's be like insidish. Fake. Yo, you can't. Well, I
Well,
can't.
that's what I'm trying to figure out. What is it's kind of hard to figure out. Where's mine?
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on?
Hello.
Gentlemen, what's up?
What's good? What's good? What's good? Yo, that was. Could it be an inside job? Yeah, but I don't know if it is though.
It seemed like it, yo.
Like when
What's
you
the
go to
easiest way to get a gun off, yo? Somebody steal it.
yeah, but they yo, and my thing is they gave her rounds too.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Do you pay for that when you
Well, yeah, it probably get put on your tab.
the bullets?
Yeah.
900 bullets a minute. God.
So it was a lady went into a gun store, Brandon, and she signed up the paperwork and liability form for a handgun, and she walked up to the guy and asked. They had a machine gun there, so he's like, she asked, "Can I use it?" And the dude got her set up with rounds and everything, and they said the store was busy. She just got in her truck and left. So everybody in this, like all the paperwork she filled out was fake. I'm thinking that's an inside job. What's the easiest way to get off a gun? Because trust me, we ain't gonna put color into it. No dude could walk into no damn gun store. Well, I can't say that. We're down there different. Their area is different. But
Yeah, Texas is different, but
Texas is different.
It's crazy though.
They got cameras too, so that's if they got cameras.
I'm sure they have cameras in there for that one.
Yeah, because some of these gun stores, then again, I can't say, man, because I know, like, I remember when they broke into the Huffman gun store on the Berlin Turnpike. Whoever did that, they had to know that store because they got in and out. I don't even think they ever found who them dudes were.
Yeah, and probably an inside job.
Yeah, they had to know. They got that junk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking it's an inside job. Cause she ain't gonna be too smart. Well, I can't say that either.
Well, that was the whole thing. She picked a busy day, so it was perfect. They was all distracted, and she seemed trustable.
The thing is like this. how do you go on to test out a gun? Well, then again, she probably been there long enough to know that these
So
people.
my
pay
thing is the
attention.
ID. Like, what ID did she present? Can you just go get a gun without an ID in Texas? Just
Exactly. They got to verify it. Once they put on your name, it automatically flags you if you could get the gun, or that's what probably purchasing. Probably rental is different. Like to test it on a thing is probably different.
yeah, like I said, I think somebody got fired. Somebody
Okay.
had to get fired.
Well, all right. Let's switch to the next one. Let's switch to the next one. Here we go.
That's his name.
Why do men end up talking to you knowing that you are a woman that isn't natural? Because it seems like when you end up talking to them, all of a sudden they like natural women. Since when? Nothing about me is natural. I have a wig on and I'm going to wear that wig from time to time. My brows stay together, tatted on from time to time. My lashes stay done every 2 days. I don't even play that shit. Nails stay done and will always be. So you think because you come around that you want a natural woman, that I should be that woman for you? No, you got to go find your type because I am not it. I know the play here. No, men start stripping you of your good shit. Next thing you know, you walking around and girl, you looking a mess. You're not going to make me lose my spark.
Muted.
Who thought she was going to go in a different direction there?
Huh?
Who thought she was going to go in a different direction?
She did start out a little rocky, but once after she got past the first bump, yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
I mean, she's honest. She knows
Okay.
she's in her lane. Like, yo, she's not trying to create a facade and say, oh, this is what you got. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure. And she doesn't seem like the type that want you to pay for it. You know, so because she said it's done every 2 days, always done. So I don't know what all that means. But yeah, she that girl, or she that woman, or whatever she is. And she knows it. Go ahead, Brandon.
Sound like you have something very profound to say.
I mean, I need this woman to love herself. You get caught up in the process.
Why you trying to save these hoes, man?
Not these hoes. We don't know if she's a whore. We don't know if she's a hoe or a promiscuous woman. There was a black queen presenting herself online. She said she wear her wig from time to time. That's fine. But she need to find a man that's going to love her when said wig either falls off or she's not wearing it. When she is seen in her natural state, that's when she's appreciated. If you can't be yourself around that man, how you going to develop a long-term relationship? That black queen got to love herself.
I'm sure she got a roster.
What?
I'm sure she got a roster.
You're saying that she deals with individuals of the Rastafarian religion? Is that what you're saying?
No. Not Rastafarian. She has a roster of sculptures.
Sir. You gotta respect the black queen, man.
Yeah, I believe she does. You know what I'm saying? She is very safe in her skin. She understands she's in control. I don't hate it, but she letting you know where she stands.
All right. So what I was going to say, when she started off, what made me a little hesitant about this video is when she said unnatural woman. I was like, whoa. What do you mean by that? Because the wordings that certain groups are using, they kind of took it over. So now when people say certain stuff, you're like, what do you mean by that? Unnatural. What do you mean by a natural woman? You know what I'm saying? So now you dial back, like, hold on, is this
Somebody that could breastfeed?
exactly?
My mind did did
That's a
briefly
natural
drift
woman.
towards, are you saying you might be a transformer, or are you saying that you have a
I
BBL?
that crossed my mind a little bit
That's
too.
what I'm getting at. That's what I thought first.
But once I understood what you were talking about, it never
Yes.
went back there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So
But yeah,
that's
I can see that.
that's the one that took me for the loop. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Let's see. Let me load up the next one right quick. But yeah, that one kind of had me thinking for a little bit. Like,
What's not?
all right, here we go.
A man can pay every bill in the house, and we thank y'all so much for holding down the fortress by protecting and providing. However, if you are failing to provide your wife with emotional safety, I am here to tell you that that house is not a home. Emotional safety looks like when your wife can come to you and speak honestly and freely, and she's not worried about it turning into an argument every time. Or she can admit to you her flaws and her mistakes without feeling shamed or like you about to dust off the book of old shit and bring it up a few weeks or a few months later. Can your wife be imperfect around you without feeling like she's constantly being judged? Or can she share her emotions with you without being told why she's wrong? You're going to know you're providing some sort of emotional safety when your wife isn't constantly rehearsing conversations in her head before bringing them up to you, or she's secure in the fact that y'all can end a disagreement with some sort of understanding instead of emotional punishment. Now, it's not safe if she's having to walk on eggshells around you, or if she's having to constantly manage or monitor somebody else's emotions, or she's worried about bringing up a concern to you because she don't want the conversation to somehow get flipped back on her. Now, this matters because if your wife is not feeling emotionally safe, the first thing she's going to start doing is protecting herself. What that looks like, she starts becoming more quiet. She stops initiating affection, or she starts spending more time alone trying to protect her nervous system. You might even notice that she starts emotionally withdrawing herself just to protect her peace. And please don't misunderstand me. Emotional safety goes both ways because each party in the relationship definitely deserves to feel heard, respected, and like they are both emotionally safe around their partner. However, I am speaking to the wives who might feel emotionally or mentally burnt out or exhausted and they can't explain it or make sense of it. That's my TED Talk for the day. I gotta go eat my burger.
Emotional damage.
Why so?
Man, listen. You see the kufi came off. Ain't no protecting this one. If I'm providing financially, you can't expect me to be emotionally intelligent. It's one or the other. I can either be down with you in the struggle, paying my part of the bills, you pay your part of the bills, and then if you got a problem, we could talk it out. And yeah, I'm gonna be there to listen to you. We're gonna figure it out together. Or I'm working so hard to pay all the bills, including that burger that you're about to go eat, that car that you're in, complaining. And no, I'm not going to hear you out when you complaining about X, Y, and Z. No, I pay all the bills. Listen to me. It's one or the other.
Yeah, I'll pay all of the bills. Just go on, lay down. Just lay down. Yeah, just take that off. Take that off. Go ahead. Yeah, just like that.
She's working 9 to 5. Yo, somebody hurt her. She's hurt. She needs a hug. Brandon will give you a hug because I don't want your negative energy next to me. So go see Brandon. But somebody hurt her bad. Like,
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
She about to cry right here.
That's
She
some
about to cry.
depressing shit.
She gonna cry in the car.
Exactly. She definitely cried in the car.
All right.
She cried at least 3 times before she made that video. I guarantee it.
So I don't think that she's thing, right? What I'm trying to say is this. What she's called emotional safety. Damn.
Okay. I don't think she has any emotional safety. She's describing what she's not feeling. And I understand what she's talking about. She's talking about having a healthy relationship. That's just a healthy relationship. You communicating is healthy, and she don't have that right now. So she is emotionally unsafe. And it goes both ways. It goes both ways.
I don't see how she's not emotionally safe. She has a car to complain in. She has a home that she's eventually going to go inside of.
Well, that's the thing. Here's the thing, Brandon, and like you touched on that. This is a man that she married for money. There is no love. There's no affection. It's just done. See you later. He's probably working. I guarantee. How did she say? She don't work. You could tell she don't work. She stayed just because you buy me all this stuff doesn't mean I'm emotionally. Shut up. Shut up. She reached for that dude. The 6'6", all this. That's who she got. And because now he's given her everything she wanted, but now she can't get the emotional part because he's got to go make that money. He got 8 other people on his roster. It's your loss. You should have vetted better.
I think this is what I was gonna say.
Brandon was a better choice.
I was gonna go with 2 things, right?
We're listening.
Go ahead.
If a man goes out his comfort zone and start talking and being thing like that, some ladies look at him like he a bitch. You know what I'm saying? If a dude came with that same scenario, shut your bitch ass.
What she
up.
just did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
he's sassy.
He got some sass. You know what I'm saying? Yo, he got a little flame to him. You know what I'm saying? Man the hell up. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. Ladies are looking for a provider. They ain't looking for blasted emotional safety. You know what I'm saying? Someone protect them, someone to be. Yo, you ever seen chicks with like dudes that look like they kill everything in sight and they be safe?
Mm-hmm.
They ain't looking for emotional safety. They're not looking for that. They're looking to be protected.
And that's what I'm saying. You could tell she's on the BS. You know, now that she got the money, she realized having the money ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? She didn't choose somebody that liked her for who she was. She reached for the money. She got the money. Now she's complaining that she's missing the emotional. It's emotional safety. It's been broken. It's been broken. You think you can save her, Brandon? Because I know you got. I could save her on your face.
Nah, come on. Y'all know.
Hey, at least you'll be able to come up with a nice, hefty money for the when she comes sit down and talk. You could charge her a lot of money because she got a lot on her mind to talk about.
Nah, I can't save this one. She wants to be saved, but I can't save her.
Well, she could be bought. I know that.
All right, cool. Let's see. I'll probably just do 2 funny ones today. And we're gonna land early. I'm gonna end the 2 funny ones. Here we go.
Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na.
As you loading it, I'm thinking to myself, he don't even know that there's a problem. She over there afraid to go in and talk to him and do X, Y, and Z, and he's just like, damn, it's peaceful today.
Yo, the thing is, like, when you get to that point in a relationship, you know, you need to get some therapy involved or something. Because you could tell what she's talking about is a failed relationship.
Nah, it's not necessarily failed. It's what you're getting.
Well, and that's why I said I think she is getting the money because she led with just because. And she tell you, I got a Lamborghini in a Birkin bag, and just because I got all that don't mean I'm happy. That's kind of what I got. And
All
I
right,
was
let's roll to the next clip. Here we go. This was a funny clip. Here we go.
Know some love you, please. Come spend a lifetime with me. Yeah, please. Nah. You wanting on my life, says Steve. You wanting on my life, says Steve. Oh, said that in a 9 months' time. Baby, Combine up your tight pussy for the coffee. Long till you bend like banana. Combine up your tight pussy for the coffee. Long till you bend like banana. And if you turn back, your girl sit down on it. Let me push it in like every Santana. Combine up your tight pussy for the coffee. Long till you bend like banana. Move your one from your down. Wind up your body till you don't stand up. It is a dark of the apartment. I think the carnation in the market. Combine up your tight pussy for the coffee. Long till you bend like banana. Combine up your tight pussy for the coffee. Long till you bend like banana. And then you turn back with your girl, sit down on it. Let me push it in like every Santana. Wind up your tight pussy for the coffee. Long till you bend like banana.
Yo.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about this clip?
Long titty bend like banana.
Oh, you don't understand what it said?
I do. That's crazy.
Yo, is that his girlfriend, his wife, or something?
That's probably his wife. Only that's the only way.
Oh, girlfriend.
Hell no.
Yeah, it could be a girlfriend too. But it just doesn't make sense to me that they'll do something like that if you're at your job. It looked like she was at work.
Oh, definitely. She was getting
Yeah, but let me tell you, even though the music playing, people ain't understand what the hell is playing.
Yeah, they do.
Nah, somebody got that basic English to say exactly what I said. Long titty.
No, you don't think? I think that wasn't in America, was that?
Hell yeah, like Jamaica Queens.
Right. Everybody in Queens can speak patois. Where I talk about.
You're embarrassing this woman.
Everybody could, run that, my youth.
I laugh when I seen this video because why she just didn't get in the car and drive off and lessen her embarrassment.
I thought maybe he came to pick her up for lunch, but it didn't seem like her break was ready yet. She just went outside because he was blasting that shit. And she was like, yo, man.
After she walked back the second time, now everybody see you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would just get in the car and go.
Now you're going to be mad when something happened and her boss is like, hey, you might not play that music in front of my shop?
Malike vibes content. Nice sound.
They'll come in tomorrow.
Let me tell you what I seen this video, right? When I seen this video, she always had a smile on her face. I could think my homeboy be blowing that shit out to this song playing and she be freaking out. So she's smiling because she know what could be happening.
That's probably what it is.
Embarrassing me.
Freak me, baby. Oh, yeah.
That's
probably the song.
Smiling.
He was probably knocking it to that same song the night before.
That's what I'm saying. She probably a freak. You know what I'm saying? Because she was smiling the whole way. She's like, how you gonna come playing this song? And it's loud.
That Adina Howard.
Oh. You just remind me of that song. All right, let's run this after
Adina
this
Howard.
Land.
Because I'll be a freak until the day, until the dawn.
All right, we end with the next Jamaican one.
Bomba class.
Here we go.
I told my Jamaican uncle that I'm the first in my bloodline to stand on the Arctic Ocean, and this was his response.
Yo, uncle, I don't want to make this a big deal, but as of today, your boy is the first in his bloodline to stand on the Arctic Ocean. The sun doesn't set. The ocean is frozen. There's nothing normal about this, man. It's midnight. I am genuinely legendary right now.
Boy, Hassan, you're better than me, you know. You're better than me. You mean to tell me, say, you take up yourself and go fly all the way behind God's back to a place where all the sun forget to set. Big and serious. You're not normal. You could have never normal. Before you just go watch that on YouTube, watch it in a 4K. You have to go see it in a real life. It's a different breed, you know. Different breed.
A different breed.
If y'all don't know that guy, his back and forth with his uncles is hilarious. It's always something. He ate in his uncle's car, or he borrowed it without him asking, and man, them videos be hilarious.
First time I've seen it.
Yeah, first time for me too.
I gotta send y'all some. Hassan, oh yeah, use my car. It's always something.
It seemed like he be tormenting his uncle.
Unfortunately, but that uncle got a mouth. Good Lord.
Seems censored though. He seems.
He be setting them straight on WhatsApp all the time.
All right, cool. We gonna land early. Any closing thoughts? We don't got to do it tonight, but any closing thoughts?
What? Hell yeah! Let me go first.
All right.
Well, he missed he could get his he came in late, so give him his flowers.
What the hell? Yeah, I came in late. So, ladies and gentlemen, my apologies. Life has been crazy, not just today, but every day. But
you're apologizing like a little bitch.
I'm in touch with my emotions, dog. I ain't putting on the goofy for you to be calling me no female dog. You feel me? But although I came in late, I'm happy to be here. Not much to touch on in terms of, the topics that we turn, but, listen, ladies and gentlemen, live y'all life, all right? Whether you natural, whether you got the wigs, whatever, be yourself, because eventually you can't go to sleep with makeup. You're going to mess up your sheets, all right? You can't go to sleep with that wig. You'll choke on it, all right? You can't wear them press-on nails every day because it's going to break down to your damn cuticle. So just be yourself, live your life Tuesdays, Thursdays. It's always been a pleasure. Not signing off.
Nice. All right.
Hey, all I say, man, is hopefully soon they find out justice for Nolan Wells. We spoke about that earlier. Other than that, line with us, y'all. We've been good. Also, Daniel Irvin and Tyler Smith. Those are the other two boys. Make sure y'all go check them out. Watch the videos. Hit social media up. Basically, keep a light on the situation because they all got hit with crazy explanation how their loved ones died. That just wasn't believable. So share the videos, like them. It does help the family out, by doing that. And it's the one time as social media people that we have a chance to change real life situations that's going on right now in real time. And I think we're doing a really good job of it. And another thing too, 12, we were talking about the prosecutors earlier. I didn't understand until that point that you can actually vote prosecutors in and out. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Yeah.
And those are, if y'all really want to make a change, people, I keep telling y'all, don't worry about the presidential election. It means something, but what really helps you is voting where you live at. Voting in your community. Go out and vote. That's where you can make change. The mayors, these aldermen, these are the people that make change. They may not seem like they got a big job, but oh boy, they do. A little bastard rezone you into the coon area. You might just end up in the wrong place. But
I'll be honest, like, as you said that, I remember one of the aldermen had an issue with it wasn't land, but whoever owned the land, the zoning was off. And the alderman knew about the situation. I was like, what? How the hell you know that? You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
It's
it's
job
like,
to know.
yeah, he came was like, yeah, I see they put up the house. It's like, yeah, I know there was an issue. Yeah, like, yo, he knew all about it. It's like, damn.
Yeah. You gotta find these are the people that people don't really realize how important they are. You know what I mean? So go vote in your community, man. The thing about this country, the way the government is set up, the dynamics of it, the checks and balances of it, these are the people that are actually helping you out, the little guys. You know, they making the change. So go out and vote. It's gonna be my first year being able to vote. So I can't wait.
This year or next year? When is the election?
Well, we got midterms coming up soon because not the presidential one, but I mean,
Okay, midterm.
Governors, governors coming up.
What I was gonna say was I had to talk to what you call it, OpenAI question. The question that I posed to it, this is my closing comment, was do it have any, so you remember we was talking on the show, was talking like you see Polish credit union, Ukraine credit unions, and like you have all these European banks. I'm like, why don't we see any Trinidadians or black or anything? And it gave me a very good answer. I was shocked. It's like,
okay,
when it gave me back the information, it says they do have like West Indian or black banks, but after a certain point where like the reason why some of these companies or some of these people have their banks is like at that time people wouldn't give money to like the Polish or the Ukrainians, and so those banks were before that time, so they were community led and they raise the capital and they support the community. It says blacks and like West Indian people, they also found it harder, but after the banking got established or whatever, they just never decided to build them because it costs too much capital to raise to even get in there. And traditional bank was there, so it was just easier to go get a traditional loan versus starting your own bank. I was like, that shit is crazy. So it made sense because it says a lot of loopholes and everything to get it up and running. Because I was asking about one for like a West Indian credit union. People don't steal my idea, but it's like, yeah, it's a lot of capital you got to come up with.
You know what the loophole is?
What's that?
The black ass ain't getting shit. We're gonna give it to Ching Chung over there instead. And that's the thing with this country, man. The way they write the laws, the way they zone the places to push people like us out. I mean, they can say what they want. We all ain't got the same opportunity in this country. And the one way to keep money in your community is build a bank in there. That's the one way to keep it in there. And everybody else could do it but us.
Right.
We had it at one point.
Yeah.
Ask AI about Oklahoma and these other places that had
Tulsa and all of that. Yeah.
Functional places where they had real communities set up where the money stayed in the community before it went out.
Yeah.
You know
They were actually thriving in segregation. In segregation, you couldn't go ask them. You had to have your own. So when you had your own,
you think about it, right? If everybody in the community only spent money in the community, and even you got a little bit, it stays in there.
Yeah,
you just keep buying from each other in the community and don't leave. But if they're losing business because we aren't going to their places anymore, and it's crazy because these were places they didn't want us to be. Whites only. Okay, no problem. We're gonna start our own thing up over here, to the point where it was hurting their business. So he's like, you know what? Let's go tear. Oh yeah, of course it was. They learned how to do it and they were good at it.
Yeah.
You know, so I'll never forget that, man. And there was a lot of different places throughout America where black places rose. Some of them, they flooded them out with rivers. Some got covered. You know, that's the history of this country, man. It's crazy.
But yeah, that's what I wanted to share in the closing, man. I learned a lot about that. Now, and now the way how they have it, you can set up and ask some profound question, and but anyway, we're gonna close off on that. You know what I'm saying? We out.
Anything else? Anything else? Don't save her. She don't want